I've worked with some of the biggest names that you can think of in the fitness space. The levels of detail that you're going to get working with him is nowhere near the levels of details you can get working with those guys. And with what we do on a day-to-day basis as entrepreneurs and founders, you want that nuanced, dialed output.
What's up, everyone? My name is Drew. I'm sitting with Rohan, Sheth. I'll let this guy introduce himself. He's an absolute legend in the marketing space. I've known you for like 4 years now. It's been a bit of a crazy journey for both of us.
Yeah.
He's really grown a lot. I've grown a little bit more, but we're
definitely grown a lot, a little bit more. On the spectrum of things, definitely.
You know, I have exponential rise to myself. He has good, solid linear.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good. I'll catch up to him fully one day.
Yeah.
Rohan, you want to just introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah. Well, my name is Rohan Sheth. I've been in the digital marketing space for well over a decade now. Run a company called GrowRev.com. Founded that. Scaled some of the biggest brands that you guys would recognize online. Some people like to call me the final boss in the information space, so I guess that's the name that I'm going to go after. And we've done a lot in info and SaaS and e-com and kind of scaled everything and worked with this guy.
Well, Rohan has worked with like the biggest names in health, right? So it's kind of hard to coach this guy at this point, but still, there's some stuff where
there's always stuff like. There's always room for improvement, and like some people aren't paying attention to the stuff that you're paying attention to. So, and that's kind of the nuances that I actually like that you're going down that route of like, the big guys and the big names that I have access to and I get to work with. Yeah. To a certain degree, they're only going to look at certain things, and you're looking at those little hinges.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, one of the things that differentiate us is that we're willing to do it all. Mm-hmm. So like we're going to do the metabolite testing for you, for your neurotransmitters. We're doing genetic testing for you, anything organic acid. And I think like that's where a lot of people aren't willing to put the care in. Like you work with legends, like there's no doubt about it. But yeah, different perspectives. I mean, like we started off just PTing. That was the crazy part about it.
Yeah, back during COVID, boxing, PTing, doing all that crazy stuff. And then, I've just seen you kind of grow. And even back then it was just like you were just doing one-on-one stuff, and I was like, seeing where you get to is fucking amazing.
One of the main emphases was to work on mobility, start working on the ankles, start working on the knees afterwards. How was that experience for you? Anything different than what you experienced in the past?
Obviously I tore both my ankles and both my meniscus snowboarding, being a fucking idiot. And, I've had lots of leg issues ever since then, and people have tried to fix it. I've tried every sort of peptide and therapy and chiropractic and physiotherapy, and it just never worked. And it's like you've been doing the couple sessions that we did back in the day, like the amount of mobility I got off it then, and even now since you've been here, the couple sessions we've done, like the mobility I got off it now is insane.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's just going after like a different angle than most people do. Like I talk to you, like sometimes the fact that you don't have mobility in your ankles comes from your hips, and sometimes the people that don't have mobility in their hips, it comes from their ankles. The thing with the body is like everyone's a unique individual. It's finding what works for you. Like, it just has to be specific.
Yep.
There's one exercise can be a concept for one person, the other person, no results. Same with supplements, same with peptides, same with certain types of testing. If you do one test, you won't see shit.
Well, I've done so many tests, and like even one of the things that you brought up, you're like, oh, you haven't done this. I was like, all right, let's do it. We saw all the tests that I've done since you left Canada and came back. And it's like, you're missing like these little nuances. We talk about like some of the mold stuff, some of the neurotransmitter stuff, genetics, heavy metals, like all those stuff, like all the little nuances. And it's like, and especially for someone like me who wants to be completely dialed in everything that I do, it's like, why not?
Yeah. Data drives the results for sure. See, the thing is, you do blood panels like really stringently, and everything's good. You're tracking. Yeah. A lot of people will see that data and then they'll try to band-aid the solution. Or your testosterone. Let's go do some, herbal supplements, some TRT, whatever the case may be. Why did that testosterone go down? That's what I want to understand. And you have one of the things that causes damage is like, the poison. So let's make sure the poison's not there. Let's see the predisposition. That's a train track. So if you're heading in a bad direction, we need to switch those train tracks. That could be the genetics. You might just be enzymatically pushed towards. We talked about dopamine. We talked about potentially adrenaline, cortisol. All of those have like a switchboard. So if we turn on the right switches, we're gonna get the right results. You just need to do your tests.
After Japan.
All right, bro. Like it's been a pleasure getting to know you. This journey is just starting for us, bro. Like actually, it's now it feels like the real game is getting started.
Yeah, the one thing that I want to tell people too, like, if you're watching this and you wanted to work with him, like I've seen him from literally doing one-on-one personal training sessions to now working with some of the biggest names in the space. And, even some of the people that I've referred him to and, shared some of the stuff that he's done, it's like, if you're literally thinking about it, stop thinking about it. Get off the fucking bandwagon and just jump on the ruler train and actually get it done. Because I've worked with a lot of, as you mentioned earlier, some of the biggest names that you can think of in the fitness space. The levels of detail that you're going to get working with him is nowhere near the levels of details you're going to get working with those guys. I mean, not saying what they do is not good. I think it's just they've gotten to the point where they've got these mega corporation style companies now. And with what we do on a day-to-day basis as entrepreneurs and founders and everything else, is you want that nuanced dialed output. So if you're literally thinking of wanting to even get 1% to 2% better because you know the compound effect of that long term is so much bigger, he's your guy.
Dude, that's fucking super kind, dude. I appreciate it. And it's super fucking true too.
It is.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Except not 1% to 2%. Let's shoot for 20. Let's shoot for 30.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know,
1% is fucking such a big ROI.
But like 1% compounded week over week, day over day, month over month makes a big fucking difference for someone, especially someone like me, where it's like I'm already like squeezing every minute, every day, for the most I can get. So it's like, yeah, if you're early stages, 10 to 20%, I've seen those jumps back in the day. But when you get to a point of like busy people, 1% to 2%, but compounded.
Yeah. Also, like, it's been hard mode for you. Like, the more data you have, the easier the mode gets.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, you could be doing the uphill battle because something is dragging you down.
Yeah.
Right? So take off the weight, get the data, understand the toxins, remove any genetic...
Well, and like a lot of it, and like, I don't know, like majority of your audience right now that you're working with isn't in the phase of life that I'm in either. Right, like a lot of them are single or just dating or about to get married. Whereas like I've got kids, like so it's like you're like once you get to that point of like your fucking life is completely spread thin, you really have to be dialed because it's like, you know, if you're single and you don't have kids, if you could go and take a bunch of melatonin and sleep for 12, 13 hours like I used to back in the day to reset your cycle, I don't have that option anymore.
2-hour gym sessions is not something that's a reality anymore.
No, exactly. And if you can get optimized now without your life getting more complicated. Because most of the people watching this at some point, or if you already have kids, trust me, just fucking work with them. Because it's like those little things just make so much. Because at the end of the day, you got to give all to your business, and you got to give all to your family. And you know you're one person, and if you aren't having that elongated amount of energy and focus with both sides, you're doing yourself a disjustice, and you're doing everyone else a disjustice. He's the guy that's gonna fix that for you.
Appreciate that, bro. Hey man, I love you a lot. You've been a mentor to me. It's been a pleasure working with this guy. If you guys are interested, it'd be a pleasure to work with you as well. Peace.